Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Comic Book University. This is Professor Bill. Guys, I have to ask you a question. Are you a hashtag champion? Guys, I just got finished reading Champions #1. It's a great comic. I'm already telling you right now, it's a double thumbs up. In the meantime, writer Mark Waid, penciler Humberto Ramos. This is a great comic. This starts off just like one of the Miss Marvel Kamala Khan comics, and hey, she's in it, so she should be. And she's in the Avengers. She's off fighting the wrecking crew in a train station. The whole place is getting wrecked. After they're finished putting the whooping on these guys, Kamala says, listen guys, we need to fix this place up. Because, you know, the people are screaming, hey, take your battles someplace else. This is right on the end of the Marvel Civil War Part 2. So nobody trusts the heroes anymore. Literally, it's just, they're all bad guys as far as they're concerned. Just go away, let us live our lives. Hey, it's a bit of realism in a comic book. So like I said, Kamala's trying to get the guys to get together and actually do something about this wrecked train and the train tracks and this poor guy's food truck. And they all basically tell her, hey, that's not our job. There are unions to do that. We got to do our thing. They got to do theirs. There's rules, regulations, la, 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 la. Well, she's not having any of that, and she quits because she's sick of hearing the same thing every single time. So she goes home, she's eating, she's thinking about it, just trying to figure out life. Suddenly she decides, you know what? Let me call my old buddies Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and the New Nova. Now, they all converge and meet, and the three are hanging out. Now, these two guys quit the Avengers not too long ago because they were sick and tired of punching and beating up on their friends in the Marvel Universe. Again, Marvel Civil War Part 2. It was bad. What's so civil about war anyway? So they're basically writing her off, and then she says, listen, I quit too. They're all like, what? The teacher's pet quit? So they decide that they're going to need some muscle for this group, so they fly out to Kentucky. There's a coal mine out there, and there's some miners stuck, and the Hulk is there. Now, the Hulk, Bruce Banner, is actually dead at this point due to the Civil War. Yeah, long story. Give me time, I'll get to it. For now, understand that Amadeus Cho is the new Hulk. He is the 8th smartest man in the world, and he was given the abilities of the Hulk. So these four heroes combine their efforts, and they're able to save these miners, and then they actually help fixing the mines. Amadeus says he knows somebody who he games with. So they go out to Washington, D.C., to the house of the Vision. Now, Kamala just left this party because Vision is still one of the members of the Avengers. That's cool. He's got no hard feelings. And Amadeus asks, can I talk to your daughter, Viv? Yeah, this is kind of breaking because the Vision, a synthezoid, which is basically a super, ultra, uber advanced android, he's now got a family as of the beginning of 2016, January. Of this year, in fact. He's got his own series, and he went and made his own wife, and he made his own son and daughter, you know, with his wife. That's a story for another time. In the meantime, they want to talk to Viv, the daughter. She's basically a supercomputer, and she's got all the same powers of the Vision, which essentially relate to turning yourself completely intangible, being able to walk through walls, being able to fly by being lighter than air, or being able to increase your density to the point where you can't even move and you wind up falling through several buildings. Remember Captain America Civil War? Scarlet Witch did that to Vision? Yeah. Also, just like her poppy, she's got a solar jewel on her forehead. That's how she's able to get her nutrients. It's no different than photosynthesis. And when she's got enough solar energy absorbed, she can fire beams of solar energy from that gem or from her eyes. Her choice. They both do the same thing. So Amadeus points out that she is essentially a supercomputer, and with her help, they can figure out where all of the problems are in the world and prioritize them to, you know, what they can do to help out next. So as a sample, she goes and she figures out where the nearest problem is, and as it turns out, it's a sex slave ring. Yeah, I know, it's pretty graphic. Just that scene alone where they show that and the freaky, creepy stuff where they're saying, help, help. It's actually more messed up than anything that we saw in Jessica Jones #1, which I also reviewed this week. I only say that because Jessica Jones had a parental discretion advised thing on the front cover. This one doesn't. So there's basically a Joker wannabe clown there called Pagliacci, and he's got no powers, no nothing. He's just bonkers. And they go there and they beat him up, and they're able to rescue the girls. But one of the girls has actually been dead for a couple hours now, and Hulk gets just out of control and takes a swing and knocks the guy through a wall. He's about to kill him. Kamala stops him, and everybody's sitting there, filming, and they're saying, "Yeah, kill him, kill him, kill him." And everybody wants to do it, and even the heroes are like, "Yeah, we kind of feel like we should, but we're not going to because that's not right." Now, Kamala, she's always been a great character for, the couple of years that she's been around, and she gives this speech, which she claims is not a speech, but it turns out to be a speech. And she says a couple of really great lines. One of the things she says is that it's not a hero's job, or anybody's job really, to enforce justice with unjust force. That's the best line out of all the good lines that were in this particular speech. And it was hashtagged champions at the end. So, it's the name of the comic. It's the name of this group now. And there's just a lot of hashtags going out, and it seemed very modern. I mean, old fogies, we're used to those old phones where you pick it up in your rotary dial and operator. Yeah, anyway. The thing is that this comic actually appeals to the current generation of kids. This is a really good comic. Like I said, this is a double thumbs up comic right here. I absolutely enjoyed it from page 1 to the end. Guys, go pick this thing up. Check it out on the Marvel Unlimited app. Class dismissed.